Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how I got a controllable hi-hat on my DAW. We're gonna be using two VST plugins. The first one is the MT Power Drumkit, and then this, the SSD5 sampler from Steven Slate. You can download it here. You can click the link that I put in the description below. Once you've clicked the link, this page would be showing up, and then click try SSD 5.5 free now, and then the Steven Slate Audio Center would be guiding you on how to download it appropriately and how to install it. You're gonna create a Steven Slate Audio Center account. You're gonna sign up your email address, your active email address. You're gonna set your password, and then once you've clicked the next step, Steven Slate Audio Center would be sending a link to your email for verification. Once you've verified your account, you can now log it in here, and then type your email address and the password that you have set, and then log in. Once you've logged in your account, you can now download and install the Steven Slate 5 sampler. Once you've installed it, you can now open your DAW. In my case, I'm using Reaper. The electronic drum kit that I'm using is the Alesis Turbo Mesh Kit. The VST plugins that I'm using, as I've mentioned, the MT Power Drumkit and SSD5. Why am I using two drum plugins? Because in this plugin, the MT Power Drumkit, I'm having a problem with the hi-hat controller. Let me show it to you. Click no, click skip. All the pads are functioning, but once I use the hi-hat controller of the Alesis Turbo Mesh Kit, the sound of the hi-hat pad is not changing. What I mean is, whenever I close the hi-hat controller, the hi-hat sound still the hi-hat sound is still an open hat. Let me show you. Maybe you are experiencing this problem too. So after lots of sleepless night trying to figure out what to do, I felt frustrated in using this MT Power Drum Kit until I found the SSD5 sampler. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to disable the hi-hat sound of the MT Power Drumkit 2. To do that, click the settings, So these are the four hi-hat sounds of the MT Power Drumkit 2. Unfortunately, these instruments has their own MIDI note. Okay? The problem is none of these instruments could be controlled by the hi-hat controller of the Acer Turbo Mesh Kit. So what I'm going to do is to disable them all. Click each instrument and then click arrow up or down until no other instrument has the same note as they have there. Okay, no other instrument has the A sharp 0. And then proceed to the next instrument, which is hi-hat half open. There. Then do the same thing with the hi-hat open. There. No other no other instrument has the G sharp 1 number 44. And then hi-hat pedal, do the same thing there. And then you can double check all the instrument if two instruments are assigned to one MIDI note. Once you've finally checked it, you can click OK. So now I'm gonna trigger again the hi-hats of my Acer Turbo Mesh Kit. It's not triggering the hi-hat sound of the MT Power Drumkit at all. So what you're gonna be doing next is to load up your SSD5 sampler that you have downloaded. I'm going to click Add and click and choose SSD5 sampler from Steven Slate. Then click OK. And take note of this, you have to change the position of the SSD5 and the MT Power Drumkit. You have to put the SSD5 on top and the MT Power Drumkit at the bottom. What I did is I just left click the SSD5 and hold it and drag it up. Okay, so let's proceed here on SSD5. As you can see, there is a blank kit. No matter how you click each, no instruments or no drum sounds or cymbal sounds that is going to be triggered. Okay, so you're going to load or drag instruments onto these pads. We just need the hi-hats. So click the number 4 instrument, which is the hats, and then click this hi-hat SBN. Click and hold and then drag it down to the hi-hat pad of the SSD5. Wait for it to load up until it reaches 100%, and once it's ready, you can now click it using your mouse. So this is the sound of the closed hi-hat of SSD5. The next step is go to the MIDI mapping of the SSD5 and find the MIDI note that triggers the hi-hat. You can do this by tapping the hi-hat of your electronic drum kit and look for the note that is going to respond. See that A sharp 1. So it is set to hi-hat tip controllable. You can choose this right away, but I want to change it to the hi-hat shank controllable. What I did is I just right click the MIDI note, right click, choose hi-hat, and choose hi-hat shank CC controllable. Make it sure that you're going to choose the controllable instrument, so that whenever you use the hi-hat controller of your electronic drum kit, the hi-hat sound of the SSD5 would be controlled also. So I'm going to choose this. There. It's now loaded up. You can now click the exit button. And then in this track, click on the input, choose record MIDI overdub, and then click the channels, choose MIDI, input MIDI, and then the name of your electronic drum kit. In my case, the Alesis Turbo Mesh Kit. I'm going to click all channels. So now it's ready. Let's see if it works. It is still triggering some other note of the MT Power Drumkit. If that's the case, click the effects, and then choose MT Power Drumkit. Click settings. Try to press the hi-hat controller. It's triggering the hi-hat open, I think. So if this happens, you can choose other MIDI note. That is not the same with the other instrument. Here, try this G#0. Click OK. There you have it. The sound that you're hearing from the hi-hats is coming from the SSD5. If if for you the hi-hat sound is a little bit soft, you can adjust the volume on the edit. Click the hi-hat using your mouse, and then the volume adjustment would appear. Right click and hold this, and then drag it up until it reaches 0.0. As you've noticed, it gets loud. Let's try recording a simple drum track. Click the exit button. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with your friends, with your fellow electronic drummers. and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Happy drumming!